You're burning them again. Amanda Sternberg stood in the kitchen doorway, biting back a laugh. Jae-won looked down at the frying pan. The pancakes were almost black. He frowned. They're not burned. They're smoking. That's a different problem. Amanda finally laughed. For a man who had once commanded an empire powerful enough to make grown men lower their eyes when he entered a room, Kang Jae-won had discovered something that terrified him more than any enemy: cooking breakfast. He turned off the stove and looked at her. Amanda was barefoot, wearing one of his loose white shirts, her natural curls gathered loosely behind her head. Morning sunlight touched the side of her face. For several seconds, Jae-won simply watched her. A year ago he would never have believed this life was possible. No armed guards outside the bedroom. No secret meetings. No men waiting for his orders. No blood on his hands. Just Amanda. Just home. He walked toward her and wrapped his arms around her waist. "You saw me 20 minutes ago," she whispered. 20 minutes is a long time." She smiled. "You've become very needy. Only with you." He kissed her forehead. Amanda rested against his chest. "I like this version of you." "Which version?" "The one who doesn't scare everyone in the room." "I still scare Han." From the dining room came Han Dae-sik's voice. "I can hear you." Amanda laughed again. Jae-won smiled. He loved that sound. He had spent most of his life believing happiness was something powerful men bought. He finally understood. It was this. A woman laughing in his kitchen. A quiet morning. A life nobody was trying to take from him. Then Amanda's phone rang. She glanced at the screen. A known number. She ignored it. The phone rang again. Jae-won's smile disappeared. "You should answer." Amanda picked it up. "Hello." Silence. She frowned. "Hello." Then a woman's voice came through. Soft. Almost a whisper. "Amanda." Amanda froze. Jae-won immediately noticed. "Who is this?" The voice continued. "Don't trust the man who offers you the truth." Amanda's fingers tightened around the phone. "Who are you?" Pause. Then the woman said something that made the color disappear from Amanda's face. "I've been trying to reach you for 25 years. The call ended. Amanda stared at the screen. Jae-won stepped closer. "What happened?" She looked at him. Her lips trembled. "My mother." Jae-won said nothing. Amanda swallowed. "That was my mother's voice." The kitchen suddenly felt too quiet. Jae-won reached for her hand. "Amanda. My mother has been dead for 25 years. I know. I heard her. I believe you." Her eyes filled with tears. "What if she's alive?" Jae-won had no answer. Because for the first time since they escaped the Phoenix Circle, the past had returned. Not with a gun. Not with a threat. With a voice. 3 days later, Amanda stood inside the Crescent House watching children paint at a long wooden table. She tried to concentrate. She couldn't. Her mother's voice kept replaying inside her mind. "I've been trying to reach you for 25 years. A silver sedan stopped outside. A distinguished Korean-American man stepped out. He appeared to be in his early 60s with silver hair, calm eyes, and an elegant black coat. He entered the building carrying a small folder. "Miss Sternberg?" Amanda turned. "Yes." He smiled politely. "Chairman Seo Min-kyu." Amanda recognized the name immediately. One of the country's most influential philanthropists. He extended his hand. She shook it cautiously. "I've heard about your foundation. We don't need funding." "I haven't offered any yet." Amanda raised an eyebrow. Seo smiled. "I admire direct people." He opened the folder. "I would like to donate to the Crescent House." Amanda looked at the proposal. The figure was enormous. She slowly closed the folder. "I'm sorry." Seo looked surprised. "You haven't even considered it." "I don't accept money from people I don't know." His expression softened. "I knew your mother." Amanda stopped breathing. "What?" Seo looked directly into her eyes. "Your mother." Amanda stepped closer. "How did you know her?" "She saved my life." Amanda's voice became sharper. "When?" 25 years ago." Her heart began racing. Seo leaned slightly closer. "You know much less about your mother than you think." Before Amanda could respond, a familiar black vehicle stopped outside. Jae-won stepped through the doors. The instant he saw Seo, his expression changed. "Chairman Seo." Seo turned. "Kang Jae-won." The two men stared at each other. Amanda looked between them. "You know him?" Jae-won didn't answer. Seo smiled. "Your father knew me very well." Jae-won's voice was cold. "My father hated you." Seo's smile disappeared. No. He looked at Jae-won. Your father feared what I knew. Then he looked at Amanda. And what your mother knew. He turned and walked away. Amanda watched him disappear through the doors. Then she looked at Jae-won. What aren't you telling me? Jae-won remained silent. And Amanda knew immediately. Whatever Chairman Seo knew about her mother, Jae-won was afraid of it too. What aren't you telling me? Amanda's question hung between them. Jae-won looked toward the door through which Chairman Seo had disappeared. Not here. Amanda folded her arms. That's what you always say when you don't want to tell me something. I know. Then tell me now. Jae-won lowered his voice. My father mentioned Seo Min-kyu once. Amanda waited. What did he say? He told me never to trust him. Why? I don't know. She stared at him. Jae-won. I was 17. He looked away. My father came into my room one night. He had blood on his shirt. Amanda's expression softened. He looked terrified. I'd never seen him like that. What did he tell you? That if anything happened to him, I should stay away from Seo. Jae-won paused. He never explained why. Amanda stepped closer. And you never asked? I did. What did he say? Jae-won looked into her eyes. Some truths are safer buried. Amanda's throat tightened. And now? Now I think he was wrong. She reached for his hand. You don't have to protect me from the truth. I know. Then don't. Jae-won looked at their joined hands. I spent my whole life believing my father was a monster. Amanda said nothing. Then I discovered the things he had done to protect people. I realized I had judged him without knowing the whole story. He looked up. I don't want you to make the same mistake with your mother. Amanda's eyes filled with tears. What if she wasn't who I thought she was? Then we'll find out. And if the truth hurts? Jae-won squeezed her hand. Then I'll be there when it does. Amanda leaned against him. For several seconds neither spoke. Then she whispered, I'm scared. I know. You don't even know what I'm scared of. Jae-won gently touched her cheek. You don't have to explain everything for me to stay. Amanda closed her eyes. That was the thing she loved most about him. He never demanded that she be strong around him. She could simply be Amanda. He kissed her forehead. Then her phone vibrated. A message. Come to your childhood home. Alone. Jae-won read it. No. Amanda looked at him. I have to go. I'm coming. No. His eyes narrowed. Why? Because whoever sent this wants me alone. That's exactly why you're not going alone. Amanda almost smiled. I knew you'd say that. 2 hours later, they stood outside Amanda's childhood home. The house looked smaller than she remembered. The paint had peeled from the walls. The garden had disappeared beneath weeds. Amanda stared at the front door. I haven't been here since I was 9. Jae-won took her hand. We can leave. She shook her head. No. She pushed the door open. The smell hit her first. Thus, old wood, and something faintly sweet. Her mother's perfume. Amanda stopped. Do you smell that? Jae-won nodded. Yes. Her eyes filled. My mother used to wear it every Sunday. They walked through the hallway. Amanda touched the wall. I used to measure my height here. She smiled sadly. I thought I would be taller. Jae-won looked at the faded marks. You were impatient. I still am. He smiled. She looked at him. You know what? What? I like you better when you smile. I don't smile much. I noticed. He leaned closer. Maybe you bring it out of me. She smiled. Then they heard music. Amanda froze. A soft melody drifted from somewhere deeper inside the house. Her mother's lullaby. The same song her mother had sung every night when she was little. Amanda followed it. The sound led them to her father's old study. An ancient cassette recorder sat on the desk. Beside it was a photograph of Amanda as a child. She picked it up. On the back were 4 words. For my little girl. Amanda's hands began shaking. Jae-won stood beside her. Play it. She pressed the button. Static filled the room. Then a woman's voice. Amanda stopped breathing. Amanda. Her knees nearly gave way. It was her mother. Not similar. Not close. Her mother. Exactly as she remembered. Soft. Warm. Alive. If you're hearing this, then they finally found you. Amanda covered her mouth. Jae-won placed an arm around her. The recording continued. I need you to know something. A long silence followed. I didn't abandon you. Amanda began crying. They told me I had 11 days. Jae-won's expression changed. 11 days before what? Amanda whispered. Her mother's voice continued. Your father and I discovered that the Phoenix Circle had been corrupted. We created it to protect people. But someone turned it into an instrument of control. Amanda looked at Jae-won. His face had gone pale. Then her mother said the words neither of them expected. There was one man we trusted. Pause. Your father. Jae-won closed his eyes. He protected you when they came for us. He refused to hand you over. He knew they would kill him. And he accepted that. Amanda turned toward Jae-won. He couldn't speak. Her mother continued. Your father was not the monster they told you he was. Amanda's tears fell freely. Neither was his son. The recording crackled. Then her mother's voice became softer. Amanda, if you ever meet Jae-won, don't run from him because of our past. Choose him because of who he becomes. Amanda broke down. Jae-won pulled her into his arms. She buried her face against his chest. I don't understand. I know. What if everything between us was planned? Jae-won lifted her face. Then I'll spend the rest of my life proving that loving you was my choice. She stared at him through tears. You promise? I promise. They kissed, slowly, tenderly, the kind of kiss that carried every fear they couldn't say aloud. Then the cassette clicked. Amanda pulled away. The recording wasn't finished. Her mother's voice returned. If Seo Min-kyu ever finds you. Amanda froze. Don't give him the archive. The tape stopped. Silence. Jae-won looked toward the doorway. A man's voice came from the darkness. You're too late. Chairman Seo stepped into the room. And this time, he wasn't smiling. Chairman Seo stood in the doorway completely still. For several seconds nobody moved. Amanda instinctively stepped closer to Jae-won. Jae-won moved in front of her. You followed us. Seo's eyes remained on Amanda. No. He looked at the cassette recorder. I've been waiting for you to find that. Amanda's voice trembled with anger. Then you knew my mother was alive. I knew she survived the attack. You lied to me. I didn't. You said she was dead. I said she was gone. Amanda stared at him. That's not the same thing. No. Seo walked slowly into the room. Your mother died 11 days after she recorded that message. Amanda's eyes filled with tears. How? Seo looked toward the old photograph. Because she refused to tell us where the archive was. Jae-won's expression hardened. Who is Yus? Seo finally looked at him. The people who inherited what your father left behind. My father left nothing to you. Seo's voice softened. Your father left me a warning. He reached into his coat and removed an old envelope. He told me that one day you would discover the truth. Jae-won stared at the envelope. Why? Because he knew you would eventually become exactly what he feared. Jae-won stepped forward. What did he fear? Seo looked directly into his eyes. That you would become him. The words landed hard. Amanda touched Jae-won's arm. Seo continued. Your father was not born a criminal. He became one because people he loved were threatened. He built the organization to protect them. But power changes people. Amanda whispered. And my mother? She tried to stop him. Did she hate him? No. Seo shook his head. That was the problem. Amanda stared at him. They loved each other like brother and sister. Jae-won's eyes narrowed. My father and Amanda's mother? Not romantically. Seo's expression remained serious. They were partners. They trusted each other completely. Amanda looked at the photograph again. Suddenly the pieces began connecting. Her mother had never spoken about Jae-won's family. Her father had disappeared for weeks at a time. There had always been locked rooms. Phone calls that stopped when she entered. Secrets. So many secrets. Why did they hide everything from me? Because you were a child. Seo looked at her. And because your mother believed you deserved a normal life. Amanda's voice broke. I deserved the truth. Perhaps. Seo lowered his eyes. But she believed she was protecting you. Jae-won stepped closer. What do you want? The archive. Amanda immediately shook her head. You won't get it. Seo looked at her. You don't even know where it is. Then why are you afraid? For the first time Seo smiled. Because I know exactly where it is. Amanda froze. Seo pointed toward the cassette recorder. Your mother didn't hide the archive in a building. He looked at Amanda. She hid it inside a memory. The room fell silent. Jae-won turned toward Amanda. The lullaby. She nodded slowly. My mother sang it every night. Seo smiled. Every note represents a number. Amanda stared at the recorder. That's impossible. Your mother was very clever. Jae-won understood. The archive isn't a physical location. Seo nodded. It is an encryption sequence. Amanda looked at the cassette. And I'm the key. Yes. A terrible realization crossed her face. That's why they came after me. Seo didn't answer. Amanda stepped backward. My whole life. She looked at Jae-won. They weren't hunting my family. They were hunting me. Jae-won took her hand. You're not alone. Seo watched them. You still don't understand. Then explain it. Seo's voice became quiet. The archive contains the identities of thousands of people protected by the original Phoenix network. Children. Witnesses. Families. People who disappeared because powerful men wanted them dead. Amanda swallowed. If the archive is released, they die. Jae-won understood immediately. So that's why you want it? No. Seo looked at him. I want to destroy it. Amanda stared at him. Then why are you threatening me? Because there are others who want to control it. He paused. And they will kill anyone who can unlock it. Amanda looked at Jae-won. For the first time, Seo's story sounded less like a threat, more like a warning. Then Amanda noticed something. The envelope in Seo's hand. What is that? Seo looked down. Something your mother left for Jae-won. He handed it over. Jae-won hesitated before opening it. Inside was a single photograph. His father. Amanda's mother. And 2 children. Amanda stared. One child was her. The other was a baby. She looked at Jae-won. Who is that? Jae-won stared at the photograph. I don't know. Seo said nothing. Amanda turned the photograph over. 5 words were written on the back. You were not the only child we saved. Her breath caught. Jae-won looked at her. Neither of them spoke. Because suddenly, their entire history had changed. And somewhere outside the house, a car door slammed shut. Seo looked toward the window. His face became serious. They found you. Amanda whispered. Who? Seo looked at Jae-won. The people your father spent his life running from. Then the lights went out. The house went completely dark. Amanda heard the sound of glass breaking downstairs. Jae-won immediately pulled her behind him. Stay here. No. Amanda. I'm not hiding. Another crash. Then footsteps. Fast. Several people. Jae-won looked at Seo. How many? At least 6. You brought them? Seo shook his head. They aren't mine. Jae-won reached beneath his coat. Amanda caught his wrist. Don't. He looked at her. I need to protect you. You don't have to become that man again. His expression softened. I won't. He released the weapon. Then grabbed her hand. Stay behind me. They moved toward the back hallway. Seo followed. Amanda whispered. Why are you helping us? Seo looked at her. Because your mother once saved my life. A gunshot cracked through the house. Amanda flinched. Jae-won pulled her close. Keep moving. They reached the kitchen. A shadow appeared in the doorway. Jae-won slammed the door shut. Something struck the other side. The door shook. Back door, Seo said. Jae-won nodded. They ran. Amanda suddenly stopped. The photograph. Jae-won turned. What? The photograph is gone. Seo looked at his empty hand. Someone had taken it. A second gunshot shattered the kitchen window. Jae-won pulled Amanda down. Glass scattered across the floor. He looked at Seo. We're leaving. They escaped through the back door. They didn't stop until they reached an abandoned chapel several streets away. Amanda leaned against the wall, breathing hard. Jae-won immediately checked her arms. Are you hurt? No. Your hand. She looked down. A small cut ran across her palm. It's nothing. He took a clean cloth from his pocket. It matters to me. He gently wrapped her hand. Amanda watched him. Even now, even with danger surrounding them, he was still worried about a cut on her hand. She touched his cheek. Are you okay? He looked surprised. I'm fine. She smiled sadly. You always say that when you're not. He looked away. Amanda stepped closer. Jae-won. I almost became the man I spent my life trying to escape. You didn't. I wanted to. But you stopped. Because you asked me to. She shook her head. No. She placed her hand against his chest. Because you chose not to. His eyes softened. Amanda leaned forward. I don't love the man who can destroy everyone who threatens me. She paused. I love the man who can destroy them. But chooses not to. Jae-won closed his eyes. For several seconds neither spoke. Then he pulled her into his arms. She held him tightly. I don't want to lose you. You won't. You can't promise that. No. He looked into her eyes. But I can promise I'll keep choosing you. Amanda kissed him. This time there was fear in it, and relief, and love. When they finally separated, Seo quietly looked away. Amanda laughed softly. Sorry. Seo shook his head. Don't apologize for something worth protecting. An hour later, Seo spread documents across an old wooden table. The archive must be destroyed. Amanda stared at him. Why? Because too many people know about it now. Jae-won studied the documents. How do we destroy something we can't even see? Seo looked at Amanda. Your mother built a final safeguard. Amanda frowned. What kind? If the person carrying the encryption chooses to destroy it willingly, the entire archive disappears. Jae-won looked at Amanda. But then she loses the evidence. Seo nodded. Everything. Her parents' names. The people responsible. The answers she'd wanted for 25 years. Gone. Amanda sat silently. Jae-won didn't pressure her. He simply took her hand. I'll support whatever you choose. She looked at him. Even if I choose the past? Even then. Why? Because loving you doesn't mean deciding for you. Amanda's eyes filled with tears. She leaned against his shoulder. I think I'm ready to let it go. Jae-won kissed the top of her head. Then we'll let it go. The next morning, Amanda stood before the old encryption system. Seo watched from a distance. Jae-won stood beside her. Amanda closed her eyes. She remembered her mother singing. One note. Then another. She entered the sequence. The machine came alive. Thousands of names appeared. Children. Families. Witnesses. People whose lives depended on those identities remaining hidden. Amanda's eyes filled with tears. She whispered, I'm sorry. Jae-won squeezed her hand. You don't owe them an apology. She looked at him. I've spent my entire life looking for my mother's last words. She took a breath. Maybe these are them. She pressed the final key. The screen went white, then black. One by one, every file disappeared. The archive was gone. Amanda lowered her hand. And for the first time in 25 years, she had nothing left to chase. Amanda remained in front of the dark screen. She didn't cry at first. She simply stared at the empty display where thousands of names had existed moments before. Her parents' secrets were gone. The answers she'd spent half her life searching for were gone with them. Jae-won stood beside her without speaking. He understood that this was not a victory that needed applause. Amanda finally whispered, 25 years. Jae-won looked at her. 25 years of wondering what really happened. Her voice trembled. I thought if I could just find the truth, everything would make sense. He reached for her hand. Does it? She shook her head. No. A tear rolled down her cheek. But maybe it doesn't have to. Jae-won gently wiped it away. Amanda looked into his eyes. I used to think healing meant finding the person who hurt you and making them answer for everything. She took a slow breath. Now I think maybe healing is deciding they don't get the rest of your life. Jae-won smiled faintly. Your mother would be proud. Amanda looked down. I wish I could ask her. I know. I wish I could hear her voice again. He pulled her against his chest. You can remember it. She closed her eyes. For a moment she could almost hear the lullaby again. Soft. Familiar. Safe. 3 days later, Chairman Seo was arrested. The evidence Amanda had chosen not to preserve could never be recovered. But Seo had already provided enough information to expose the remaining leaders of the corrupted Phoenix Circle. Across the country, arrests followed. For the first time in decades, the organization that had operated in shadows began to collapse. Jae-won watched the news from the living room. Amanda walked in carrying 2 cups of tea. Still watching. He turned off the television. I was waiting for you. She handed him a cup. Chamomile. You remembered. I remember everything about you. He smiled. That's dangerous. She sat beside him. Why? Because now you know I can't cook. Amanda laughed. You burned breakfast once. Twice. She stared at him. You admit it? I've grown. She leaned against his shoulder. He looked down at her. You know, there is something I've been meaning to ask you. Amanda looked up. What? He reached into his pocket. Her eyes widened. You've been carrying that ring around for months. I had a plan. You had a plan? A very good one. She laughed. Then what happened? Your dead mother called. Amanda burst into laughter. Jae-won smiled. Exactly. He opened the box. Inside was a simple ring. No extravagant stones. Nothing designed to impress anyone. Just something beautiful. Amanda touched it. It's perfect. I wanted something you could wear every day. She looked at him. Jae-won. He stood, then slowly lowered himself onto one knee. Amanda covered her mouth. I wanted to ask you before the past came looking for us. He looked up at her. But maybe this is better. Why? Because now I've seen what happens when the past tries to take you from me. His voice became softer. And I've learned something. Amanda's eyes filled with tears. I don't need to own your future. He held out the ring. I just want to be part of it. Amanda cried. Jae-won smiled. I can't promise you a life without fear. I can't promise there won't be difficult days. But I can promise that when they come. He paused. You won't face them alone. Amanda wiped her tears. Are you finished? He laughed. I think so. Good. She extended her hand. Because the answer is yes. His eyes widened. You didn't let me finish. I've waited long enough. He slipped the ring onto her finger. Amanda pulled him to his feet and kissed him. Slowly. Tenderly. The kind of kiss that wasn't about desire. It was about certainty. When they separated, Jae-won rested his forehead against hers. You know something? What? I was terrified of loving you. Why? Because everyone I loved became a weakness someone could use against me. Amanda touched his cheek. And now? He smiled. Now I know love isn't my weakness. What is it? He looked at her. My reason. 1 year later. The Crescent House was full of laughter. Children ran through the garden. Zoe stood near the entrance in her nursing uniform, helping a little girl tie her shoelaces. Han Dae-sik arrived carrying 2 large containers. Food. Amanda smiled. You're early. I'm always early. Jae-won looked inside one container. Dumplings. Han pulled it away. Not for you. Jae-won frowned. I'm your employer. Not anymore. Amanda laughed. Han looked at her ring. So? Amanda smiled. He asked. Han looked at Jae-won. Finally. Jae-won raised an eyebrow. Finally? You've been carrying that ring for almost a year. Amanda turned toward him. You told him? Han shrugged. Someone had to. They laughed. For the first time, Amanda looked around the Crescent House and realized something. This was the life her mother had wanted for her. Not an empire. Not revenge. Not answers. A home. A family. Love. That evening, Amanda and Jae-won stood outside as the sun disappeared. She rested her head on his shoulder. Do you ever miss it? Miss what? The old life. He looked at her. No. Not even a little? He shook his head. I spent years thinking power was being feared. He took her hand. Then I met you. And? He smiled. Now I know power is being able to walk away. Amanda kissed his cheek. Then they walked inside together. The door closed behind them. For once, nothing was waiting in the darkness. Only home. Only love. Only tomorrow. What did this story teach you about love, forgiveness, and choosing your future instead of living inside your past? Drop your thoughts below and subscribe for more stories that will change how you see the world.